Hello. I hope you're well. I have a sore throat. I hope you're comfy. It's time to relax. Do some hobbying if you've got any to do. Or just relax, it's fine. We're getting back to work on Confronting Shoggoth. Shoggoth is yet to make his appearance. Its appearance? Their appearance? I'm not sure. I am tired again. But that's okay. I hope you had a good week. I didn't manage to train this week, which sucks. I hate that. But I did manage to get in pretty much everything else, so that's good. Didn't get any runs in, but got a lot else done. Considering I'm a bit ill. It's not too bad. Sorry if my voice goes. I'll try and cough away from the microphone. So yeah, we're back to doing this jellyfish. This lady and her jellyfish are fighting Shoggoth in space. That's what we're doing. That's how it's going to be. Can't remember what inspired this. Because I made this sketch a long time ago. Probably, like all my ideas, it came to me in the shower. Shower or dreams, that's where I have most of my ideas. Annoyingly, I usually write great riffs in the shower and can't remember them by the time I get out. I once wrote the best 80s hair metal song ever written in the shower, I'm pretty convinced. Wouldn't have mattered if I'd have remembered it anyway. Don't think many people needed to hear that. So yeah, what have you done this week? I want to get... Well, not certain this is working. I'm just trying to... Yeah. Still new to me, this. I was just trying to see if I could get the chat on OBS, because it's a bit easier to have OBS on my other screen instead of YouTube. Because I did miss someone chatting last time, which sucks. I apologise. And I appreciate the comment. It was in relation to, I think, Eldritch or Lovecraft with jellyfish. Jellyfish in a Lovecraftian setting or an Eldritch setting. I don't know where to make the distinction between Eldritch and Lovecraft. I feel like I just try to use Eldritch because, you know, Lovecraft was very problematic. Problematic is a very polite way of saying it. He wasn't a great dude. Yeah. Let me know what you did with your week. I appreciate the private. Not sure what happened there. Are we still here? I think we're still here. I think it's all okay. I just got a pop-up saying OBS reconnecting, which is a bit disconcerting. I'm not sure when it disconnected. Maybe it was very quick. I've forgotten what I was saying anyway. Oh yeah, I appreciate the private messages if you don't want to comment or chat. Because this is quiet hobby time. You don't have to do anything. Apologies if you can hear me clearing my throat, even though I point my face away from the mic. Oh wow. I do have a limiter on, but I don't know how effective it is. Coughing's pretty loud, really. I hate that. That's why I've made this all awkward here, because I obviously had this problem with the sketch. Yeah, fine. So yeah, what I managed to do this week, what did I manage to do? Let's work backwards, because it's going to be easier to remember. Today I went in the studio again, just on my own to play drums, which I didn't want to do. I didn't have any motivation today, but it's good exercise at the very least. And played a load of Mastodon. Because I'm trying to get... I think I might have mentioned this before, but my new band is likely going to be fairly heavily Mastodon influenced. I mean, we all really like Mastodon. That doesn't mean we're trying to write songs like Mastodon. We're not. We're just getting in a room and seeing what happens. But I would like to... I've always struggled with... No, that's not the right way of phrasing it. I never put any time into single strokes on the drums, which is just right, left, right, left. Guess I thought it was boring. I don't know. I just never worked on them. There was just more interesting things to learn. You know, interesting rudiments and patterns. And Brown Daler is a master of single strokes, really. He does all sorts of crazy stuff that no one really does. He's like really made them his own. He has a very obvious style of drumming. You know, you could hear. It'd be easy to pick out. And I won't be doing what he does. For one, it's bloody exhausting. For two, I'm not into copying other people. But I will. So what I like to do is doubles on the kick. So I'll be doing crazy singles. Crazy single stroke roll fills. But stick doubles on the kick in there. Like as often as I want. For one, it frees up my hands for a split second. Gives my arms like, you know, a tenth of a second maybe to have a break, which, believe it or not, is quite a lot. And then, why is this so weird? Weird, random banana in there. Yeah, so I'm going to mix my style that I already have, which is quite fill, not heavy. Light? Yes, that's the one. It's quite fill light. I don't play that many fills, because the fills I like to play are a bit silly, and I can't get away with them very often. But in this band, I certainly can. Sort of like sheddy fills, you know, gospel stuff. My favourite. But I liked it before it was cool, man. No, I didn't. I probably got into it quite late, but Shed Sessions, like 2011. That's when I would have got into it. Tony Royster Jr. and Thomas Pridgen. I think Tony Royster Jr. was like the drummer for Kanye West or something. And Thomas Pridgen's the drummer for Mars Volta, for two of my favourite albums of all time. The Bedlam in Goliath and Octahedron. If you want to listen to some crazy music, which I always do, but not right now. It's relaxing time. Now, we didn't have a crash last time, which is nice. An Illustrator crash. But I'm still going to keep saving regularly, just in case. Because I don't really trust it. Yeah, so I played drums today. Ah, yes. Friday, we recorded like a guide track, I suppose, for the first song of my new band. It'll be a while before I post anything. But yeah, I wanted to get like a decent arrangement down of it, so I programmed the drums in, just like a rough programming, not what I'm actually going to play specifically. Programmed the drums in so we could get the guitarist in to record guitar and vocals, so we can play about with vocal melodies, see what works best. Haven't actually done the vocals yet, doing that Wednesday after rehearsal. But yeah, on Friday we just sat here recording guitar all day, or like all evening, and didn't eat. And then he went off to work, and I think I just fell asleep just because I hadn't eaten, I think. And then he fell asleep at work. We're just two tired boys. And then the next day, Saturday, yesterday, we went to the gym, and like, he was half a zombie, and I just felt weak and shaky. It was hard work. So like, don't not eat. I mean, I did eat eventually, but you need to eat throughout the day. In fact, make sure you have a snack, and if you don't, grab one. Because you got to eat. Every one of us. I'm going to grab a snack right now. Probably disappearing into obscurity. And I'm back. I got one of these raspberry and white chocolate vegan protein bars. They're pretty good. I don't know. That's okay. It's not great. I finished watching a show. What was it called? It was really quite good. Philip K. Dick. I'm gonna have to check that. Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, yeah. A sci-fi anthology series. Not like, it's not brand new. I think it was maybe 2021 or something. Oh. Based on Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, which is a sci-fi and short story book, I believe. Collection of short sci-fi stories. There was a particular episode, The Commuter, which was probably the best episode. It was the least sort of sci-fi heavy. But it was very emotional. It was the guy who played Peter Pettigrew in Harry Potter. He's also in Red Dwarf. He plays a guy from Birmingham in Red Dwarf. Well, he has a very thick Brummy accent. And I always thought he was from Birmingham. But he is not. He is from London or Maidenhead or something. What's his name? Peter Pettigrew actor. Tim Spool, that's it. I knew it was Spool, but I couldn't think. Just getting confused with Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, Tim Spool. Quite similar. Yeah, it was really good. Watch it for sure. And I also started Tales from the Loop last night, which is I'm not finished it yet. Obviously, I didn't watch an entire show in one evening. It's really good so far. I'm really digging these sci-fi anthologies. We watched Love, Death and Robots. That was so good. Both of these shows are not animated though. And From the Loop is like the same cast roughly. It just follows different people from this town. But it still has that anthology feel because each one has like a different premise, like a different sci-fi idea, I suppose. So I guess it's not an anthology, but it's in the same vein. Other than those two shows, what have I been watching? Finally been catching up on some fights. I can't even remember which ones. Edwards Covington, which was a bit of a snooze, really. I was hoping Edwards would knock Covington out. It's a violent chilled stream. No, it's not violent. There'll be no violence. Not unless something falls on me comically, but it would have to fall a long way because there's nothing around me. Got a big pile of drums behind me, but they'd struggle to reach me. And please do let me know, right? So I'm zooming in and out a lot. And I realise that might be annoying. If you're watching. You're probably not watching, you're probably listening. But if you are watching, or if you wanted to watch, I could do like a preview window where it would just have the picture not moving on it. You wouldn't be able to see much apart from little lines being drawn. I don't know which is best. This isn't like the most thrilling thing to stream, I think. I suppose it's more about the being in a room with someone else. Maybe you have a rough time and you just want some weird shiver or weird back twitch. Maybe, oh, how did you do that? What happened there? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just need some company and you want to just put on a video and have someone talk. Which I am getting used to because I am not much of a talker, really. I spend quite a lot of my time being quiet. Which is one of the reasons I'm doing this. Not to make me talk more, but just because it's something I don't do usually. And I wish to do things that are slightly outside of my comfort zone. I mean, like, I don't know, part of basically everything I do is uncomfortable, which is enjoyable. It's an enjoyable feeling. Like the biggest lesson you can learn in jiu-jitsu, or like the thing that you have to get past, is being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Because you could be like at the complete end of your gas tank, you feel like you can't breathe, but there's also a dude on top of you, like maybe a 20 stone dude, crushing you, trying to choke you, or just generally sitting on you because they don't really, maybe they don't know what to do, or maybe they just like the noises you make when you can't breathe. And you sometimes you feel like you're going to die, especially when you first start. If you have friends like mine, that is. Maybe not everyone has that same experience. But there's other experiences like that. And being able to get through that, it's very powerful. You can make it through feeling like you're going to die. And it's like quite close to a panic attack. it's the same sort of, it's in the same area. Feeling like you, I mean, at any point you can tap and it stops. But sometimes you want to push yourself a bit further. And you shouldn't do that with like an arm bar. But you should do that from time to time. Or if you want to, you can do that from time to time with things like exhaustion. And drumming certainly didn't used to be as hard as it is now. God, it's a lot harder on the body as you get older. Never had any problems with it. But God, I was exhausted today. I mean, it didn't help that I was playing Mastodon for 3 hours, but Bran does it. He's a lot older than me. I would say he's very well conditioned for it. I was actually thinking that because I've put on quite a bit of weight, despite my insistence to exercise as much as possible. I need to look at my diet, but that is a separate issue. I'm thinking maybe because of the weight I've put on, everything's just a little bit harder. And maybe I'm getting used to that. Not that I necessarily want to get used to that. Would like to lose some weight. But I'm not. It's okay. It's okay. Generally, I think if I can get to training twice a week, get a couple of runs in, get a couple of drums in, and get a decent gym session in, then I feel much happier and the weight is a lot more manageable. I'm on a lot of medication, and it's important to remind yourself not to give yourself a hard time. But yeah, I've been feeling fairly ill on and off last month or so as well. Like I've just got like, it feels like I keep getting the beginnings of illnesses, but then they don't go anywhere. Which could be that I'm actually getting ill and my body's fighting it off once. It never used to do. I feel like I was the sick friend for a while. Always had like I was just getting the flu and colds constantly. But I'm healthier now. I mean, really, all I changed is I don't drink. Well, no drink or drugs. Well, still the nicotine. Oh, it's keyed out. That's cool. Yes, I did another thing as well. So I haven't played a game in a very long time. And everyone keeps talking about The Last of Us. And I believe The Last of Us Part 2 will be coming to PC within the next few months. I think maybe first or second quarter of this year. I read somewhere. I don't know how true that is. I can't find a release date or anything. And I really want to watch the show. And actually, I think I would prefer to just watch the show, but I didn't know that until I started playing the game. The game is awesome, obviously. I'm not that far in. I just got to Billstown. Bilston. Well, I've been in Billstown for a bit. I'm just like leaving that graveyard. Or I've just got into that graveyard. We just left the church. Go test out the shotgun. Usually I'm not a fan of shotguns in games, but I think I'm going to find this one pretty useful because clickers. Well, you can't even use guns with clickers around. I suppose I could use the bow. Anyway, the game is good. I don't like horror games. I'm not scared of anything. Horror movies I think are hilarious. But there's something about being in control of a character. I just can't. I never got on well with horror games. I love Resident Evil. And one day I'll play the remakes and 7 and stuff. I haven't played anything since 5 was the last one I played. I didn't really like 4, even though it's everyone's favourite. But I didn't have it myself. I just played it around a friend's house, so that probably didn't help. But I played the first 3 when, you know, on PlayStation 1. Was the third one on PlayStation 1? Yeah, it must have been. The third one's the one with big, angry rocket launcher man, isn't it? I don't know. Stars. What is his name? Nemesis. Yeah, Resident Evil Nemesis. That's the third one. I'm sure it is. I don't know. It's been well over 20 years. 2 seconds. Hello, I'm back. That scared the crap out of me. Someone's shouting my name. I wasn't expecting it at all. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Resident Evil I enjoyed when I was a kid. But I don't know, I tried in my late teens. Well, I was like, I don't know, I was like 17. I tried some game and I noped out of it straight away. It was just horrendous. So I've kind of stayed away from them since then. But that's not why I've stayed away from Resident Evil. I've been wanting to play Resident Evil 7 for ages. Because I just know it's a good game. But anyway, The Last of Us. I'm not a massive fan of stealth. I was a bit concerned that the gameplay loop was going to be very stealth based because the first encounter, I think, maybe you fight some runners, are they called? I don't know. The dudes that are not all fungus faced. You might fight like 1 or 2 of them first, but then there's like quite a long stealthy section with clickers. And there's been like 3, and that's quite a lot so far. I'm not far into the game. Well, I don't think I am. I haven't played it for very long. I think I'm still in the first quarter of the game. If like we're counting major areas, I'm sure there's at least 4 more areas after Billstown, or at least 3 more major areas. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, I think I actually would have preferred for this story to unfold on the screen, as opposed to me having to do stealth sections between story. And I like how some of the stealth has been done, considering it's stealth, and I'm not very good at it. But I did find myself, you know, accidentally hitting the wrong button and then getting swarmed by clickers. Multiple times. It happens constantly. Or like, you know, hit one with a bat. And then a bajillion clickers come round and round the corner. I'm quite happy to just watch it and not worry too much about... Oh, I don't know though, I still don't want anything spoiled for the game. So I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want it spoiled for the game. And then I didn't want to... I'd quite like to just watch them and watch him play it at the same time. Is that possible? Play a chapter, watch an episode. I've heard that it's very faithful to the game. It's an awesome game. It feels pretty good. It's kind of old as well. It's not like it's... No, it's not old. I mean, I haven't played a... It's the newest game I've played. I mean, I played Spider-Man. I don't even know which one came out first. I played the Spider-Man one. The PlayStation Sony one. The remaster on PC. And I love being Spider-Man, but even that got stale. I will play Miles Morales at some point, one day. But yeah, I don't really have time to play games, or I don't make time to play games. But I'm trying to make time to play this one game. And I don't know, should you finish a game just because you started it? It's not like it is a great game. I just sort of worry that it's going to be more stealth. It would have been different if the show didn't exist. If the show didn't exist, I would be like, right, I'm playing this game for the story. I need to know the story. But because I can just watch it, and it's supposed to be also very good. Yeah. But I'll play the game, then I'll watch it. Then I'll probably play part 2. And then watch season 2 whenever that comes out. I don't know if season 1 covers the whole of the first season or not. The first game, I mean. I'm going to assume it does. If they can make it all neat like that, that would be easy for them. I hope it doesn't become another Walking Dead. The show, I mean, not the game. The game has its own life, clearly. I don't know if there's going to be a part 3. I don't know what happens in part 1 yet. Let alone part 2. I have a feeling Joel's going to die. Is that his name? God, I hope that's his name. I have a feeling Joel's not going to make it. Which is a shame, because he's a good character. Bill's surly, isn't he? And generally, all of Ellie's interactions with Bill were very funny. So far. Bill's probably not going to make either. I'm going to just guess that no one makes it. It's usually a pretty safe bet with these types of things. And I finally got around to getting back into painting last night. I'm going to finish my Pathfinder kill team. I will finish my Pathfinder kill team. Because once I finish that, I'm going to start on my Mezgike dredge miniatures, and I'm going to make videos on them. I would have made videos on the Pathfinders, but I started the Pathfinders before I started this. And I want to do like a beginning to end kind of process thing. And I'll paint one on stream as well at some point. Possibly the Mortarian inspired model. Because I think, I don't know, it's big though. It might be quite hard to actually have it on camera. It's really big. I mean, I've got the sea grub, the tank, and that might be kind of perfect to paint on stream. Oh, why are you so wibbly, line? Right, I'm just going to ask the internet a quick question. And have a bite of my protein bar. No help, okay. The thing that's difficult, the thing that I think might be difficult with streaming painting a miniature is my airbrushing station is not my desk. For the obvious reason of I don't want to spray my monitors. I paint on my desk. But I don't, to be honest, it's not that comfortable. I was in a bit of pain last night. Maybe, I don't have the space right now, but maybe one day I'll make a hybrid setup. Not that I do much airbrushing, but still something that I will do a little bit of. I'll just do it off stream and show a video of it, I suppose. Just video it. And then start a stream with that video. That seems like a thing that could happen. That seems possible. Oh, I just remembered something hideous. When I was recording the guitar, when I got the guitarist in to record the guitar, I just did it on my computer with a Scarlett interface. Can't remember what it's called. Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 or something. And I forgot that if I don't know if this is for everyone, but for me, if I plug it into a USB 3 port, it blue screens my computer, and it blue screened it hard. Like last time I did it, it just blue screened and then restarted. This time it didn't restart. I had to revert it back to an older state, and it was pretty scary. So please don't do that again. And please, remember not to put that interface into a USB 3 port. I have no idea why that happens. Absolutely fine in a USB 2. It's even fine in a USB 2 from a USB 3. Or actually, it's a USB 3 from a USB 3. I've got a USB hub, USB 3 hub, and if I run the hub into a USB 3 port and then the Focusrite into the hub, it's fine. If I run it directly into the USB 3 port, it blue screens my computer. Please let me know if that's happened to you. Is that a common issue? Sometimes things just happen. But yes, I very much cannot afford a new computer. Which sucks because editing these videos is not what this computer was built for. And I also built this computer in 2013. She's old. She's reliable. Unless you plug an interface into the USB 3 port. You gotta come around there. But yeah, she's getting a little slow. I don't want to offend her. No, that's the wrong... She's not slow. She runs fantastically, but I would like to upgrade my RAM. Can't really upgrade my RAM because it's DDR3, and that's all my motherboard can have. And DDR3 is kind of old and defunct, which means it's quite expensive for some reason, because it's quite rare maybe? I don't know. I feel like it's more expensive than DDR4, and it's much worse. So then what do? Get a new motherboard, but then the processor won't go in it. Actually, I don't think my processor can do anything other than DDR3. So at this point, it's a whole new computer. And I just bought a mother card. Just bought a graphics card last year. It's extremely hard to purchase. It's like the height of stuff being impossible to buy. It's just the 30 series. I think it's 3050. But it's like, I don't know, 8 gig. My last one was like 2 gig. I never really needed a graphics card. I wasn't planning to play games. Play games on this. It just so happens that I can. But yeah, I've only got 16 gig of RAM, and I can get 32 on this board, but I'd need to buy 4 8 gig sticks of DDR3. That's like quite expensive, really. And I don't really know what doubling the RAM would do, whether it would make it drastically better, or whether it would be not enough of an improvement to warrant the cost. So what I need... one day, new computer. Just so I can edit videos without it lagging so hard. It's only on it's only on videos with like long files in them. And quite a lot of my videos, I'll like record the file. Might be like a 2-hour video if it's like at a gig or rehearsal. Could be like a 2 to 3, 4-hour video, or multiple ones of those on the timeline, and it just doesn't like it. $16 gig of RAM was a lot when I made it. And nothing I ever did, even the massive files I make on Photoshop, it's always been fine. So I never felt the need to upgrade to 32. Now it's kind of seems too late. I swear you can get like 100 and something, 120 or whatever it is, of DDR4 for cheaper. I might be talking crap, I don't know. My friend suggested getting a credit card to purchase the parts to build a computer. She can do like interest free for so many months. But I've never had a credit card, and I'm not in debt. I don't want to be in debt. Obviously, no one does. But it might be good for my credit rating. You know, boring adult things. Okay. Rabies says draw Subaru. Do you mean the car? I mean, I am currently drawing something already. And I don't think I take requests. Actually, I probably would take requests. But in a different format. I kind of already did that. I just stuck up a Facebook poll to get like a load of ideas together for a poster. And I've pretty much finished the sketch for that. So as soon as I get the gigs booked, it's a double feature poster. Well, that was a secret, but no, it's not. Yes, so what we're doing today is we are drawing this lady and her jellyfish will be fighting Shoggoth. Now, I think this is going to be an early form of Shoggoth. This isn't like a last stand kind of thing. This is a... I don't know. Let's come up with some story for it. I really just had the idea. Why is she in space? Who is she? Perhaps she's like another kind of creature. Maybe she's human. Don't know how she's in space. Maybe this isn't really space. Maybe it's not real space. Maybe it's inside. Maybe it's a dream. A dream or... like a different state. Oh. Well, perhaps it's not in space at all. Maybe it's just like in the darkness. A cave, like a wet cave, or the bottom of a well or something. A well that has that goes into a cave. No, I think I thought this would be quicker doing it with the tablet than doing it by using the pen tool, but actually I don't think it is. But it is more scrappy, which I did want. And it's kind of boring clicking with the pen tool. At least this is some kind of simulation of actual drawing. I'm still confused by that Draw Subaru comment in chat. I don't know what that means. I have drawn cars before. I generally don't draw cars. Try and keep things fancy. Maybe Subaru is a character. And I'm just being an idiot. Please, if you're still there, elaborate. I haven't spoken in ages. We're at an hour, so take a 5-minute break. Get a drink. Drink some water. I'm going to drink some water. See you in a minute. Well, hello. I hope you had a nice wee or drink of water. This is your reminder to drink water if you didn't. Or whatever you wish to drink. I had some water. And I remembered something that I wanted to talk about. Something that I do, or something that I've been doing that really only just occurred to me that I have been doing. Which is like this way of learning. Which basically it started. What I do is I do a little bit of something every day. It started through one of my CBT sessions. Not the current CBT I'm doing now, but CBT before. That I've done probably 5 or so. 5 or so rounds. And it came about organizing. So they gave me like a crappy Word doc table thing of like, I think it's like daily activity guide. Guide seems like the wrong word. Daily activity thing. Just like write down what you do each day. And I adapted it. I changed it completely. It wasn't a to-do list initially. I added a to-do list. So basically I've got like the things I do daily, the things I do weekly, and like my to-do list down the side, which I'm thinking of sharing like a blank version of for people to use because it's super useful. I mean, I use it every day. And I use it to manage my time, but I also use it to, so I use it as a sort of calendar. I also have a calendar for other things, but I'll use it as like, so I've got like in each day, I've got when I wake up, when I go to bed, and then I've got little checkboxes for things. So I've got on there at the moment, I have reps. So I do 500 reps of dumbbells every day. Instagram, so I do a bit of Instagramming every day. Drums, so just to keep it fresh, just to keep drums fresh in my sort of motor skills going, I'll just like play some drums on the bed, tap out some rudiments, or work on a rudiment, or work on a drum part, or anything really. In the past I've had guitar on there, play guitar every day. So it changes as well. I don't keep it the same all the time. Depends what I feel like I'm missing. So Japanese has recently come off the dailies and is now onto the weeklies. So every week I go through hiragana, I go through the katakana, and I go through the kanji that I've been working on. Sometimes I'll do a new set of kanji every week. So like a new 50 characters or so. And it just sort of occurred to me that I'm learning without really like, without putting too much focus on it. So it's like this method of learning just by doing a little bit every day, and it's not much. It doesn't have to be much. And it started with the idea that I was struggling with motivation to do illustration. So illustration is on there. And that hasn't left, I don't think, since I've been using this. And I've been using it for probably coming up to 2 years. Maybe even longer, actually. I'm not sure. It could be like 3. I was struggling to find motivation to draw. So I said, okay, just do some a day. Initially, I had sort of times for things. So it was like, I'll do 20 minutes, I'll do half an hour of illustration every day, half an hour of playing guitar every day. But then you feel bad if you don't do that, and sometimes you want to do more than that. So I now just put it on there, and it doesn't matter how much I do of it. I've also got set alarms on there. Those are my 5 current daily things that I do every day. I've been doing the reps for a year and a quarter now. I started on 1,000 reps, but they were quite easy ones, and I changed it to 500. They were a lot harder. So harder reps, less of them, so it takes less time, because it was getting a bit overwhelming. Especially, so sometimes I might have to do something the next day, or I'm away or something. So if I'm away for the weekend, I'll do my daily things for that weekend. I'll do them during the week, so I'll do extra ones. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be strict. I'm just wanting to do that. Banana. Sorry if you're not watching the screen. If you're just listening to this, that must have been very confusing. Every now and then, I'll do a stroke on the page, and it will randomly do a different shape completely from what I've just done. And that time it was a banana. Sometimes I get random circles. Sometimes I just get random blobs. Who knows why that happens? But yeah, I wanted to talk about that as a way of learning that's not overwhelming. So just like a tiny bit of something every day. And eventually, you know it. Like, I have the proof. I can read hiragana and katakana absolutely fine. And I did that just by doing a little bit of study every day, just a tiny bit. Obviously, the longer you study or the longer you do the thing, the more improvement you'll find, but it doesn't matter. In like 6 months of doing something every day, you'll know a thing that you didn't know 6 months before. And it's just a tiny bit. Just a little bit every day. And I don't know if that's going to be useful to anyone, but it really helped me. And it was really interesting to sort of realise that. That, you know, I know, I don't know how many, I know sort of up to JLPT3 of kanji. And I know, and I can read hiragana and katakana. What else do I do? So a couple of times a week I'm learning how to drive. So I need to do my theory. So I've just been doing a couple of tests. Just do a couple of tests every week. it's like long form learning. It's not quick, but like you do something for a few months and then you're like, oh crap, I know how to do that now. And it didn't cost you much brain power. Because, you know, everyone's tired. You finish work, you probably don't want to do like massive amount of studying. Yeah, it's going to take you longer to learn something than if you dedicated like 2-3 hours a day. But you will learn the thing. Or you will get better at the thing. Or so even like painting. So painting's on there once a week. I haven't been painting enough. So painting's on there. Then every week I just do a bit of painting. It means that I get to I'm finding the time, I'm making the time. Or just reminding myself that I want to do painting. I want to do a little bit of painting every week. And then suddenly you're like, oh wow, these models are looking good. But you haven't sort of, you know, had to put loads of other things aside just to do it. Because, I mean, everyone's juggling a million things. It's hard to find the time to do things that you love. So just maybe do them a little bit every day. Or every week. I mean, like, even this is my illustration for the day. And when I went drumming earlier, that was my drumming for the day. However, if I go to the gym, I still do my reps. I don't know when I'm going to stop doing those reps. I did think about stopping them when I started doing the gym once a week. Consistently. I don't think doing 500 reps a day does much for you at all. It's probably fairly good conditioning. Other than that, you're not going to build muscle. You're not going to get stronger. Not significantly, anyway. But if you want to do conditioning, it's decent. I just wish I could condition. Well, it did a banana thing again. I wish I could condition like more parts of my body. Arms are easy to condition. But like my neck, I have to stretch. I have to do extra stretches before I train. Or I get trapped nerves in my neck. Just gotta make sure my neck is warm before I start training. And I trapped a nerve in my neck just having a shower the other day, so I think this might be old people talk. But if you're interested in having a look at the file that I've made It's like a planner slash diary slash calendar slash to-do list. If you want to try it out, let me know. I think I gave it to my sister to use, maybe. Don't think she did use it, but she might have. All I can say is it really helped me. Oh, I swear that banana just happened in the same place as last time. Banana zone. Yeah, keep in mind the idea that you can learn things without... You can learn things sort of by accident. It feels almost by accident. You just do a little bit of it every day. Do a little bit of it every day. And then you know a thing that you didn't know before. It's like Japanese. Not just the hiragana and katakana and kanji, but I do a Japanese lesson. It's only every 2 weeks. But I know that in 10 years, I'll be able to speak Japanese. Which is awesome. I don't need to speak Japanese now. I mean, I do. I do speak Japanese. As in, during my Japanese lessons, we speak some Japanese. Not that I can speak Japanese. I'm not saying I am there. I am not there. But my reading is okay. And, you know, I keep it up by every week. Just run through the hiragana, run through the katakana. And do a bit of kanji. I think I shared this in a blog. Wow. But there was a little web app that I was using to learn hiragana and katakana, and there's even another one that I use now. I use it for the kanji, but the hiragana and the katakana are also on there. It's just like flashcard sort of thing, multiple choice. The one I was using before, I think it was called Kana Pro or something. It's on my website. It's really good because you type it out. It shows you the character, then you type out the Romaji on your keyboard. I think it was also multiple choice, I'm not sure. It was like 4 different modes and it sort of covered everything. Like 4 different modes in each time you go through it. It's really good anyway. If you're looking to learn. I don't like you. Man, I'm really looking forward to eating some food and watching Tales from the Loop. I feel like I can't watch anything while I play. Usually I'll watch something if I'm playing a game. But this game is too good story-wise. The Last of Us Part 1 is too good story-wise. So I might play a bit of... I might watch an episode of Tales from the Loop while I eat and then play a bit of the game, or I might just save the game for tomorrow. Might just relax this evening. I've got video to edit as well, so I think I'll just relax and edit the video. Got Wednesday's feature to edit. Food, relax, whilst editing the video. I can't get this line right. That's my plan for the evening. I felt like I spent way too much time on this. I'm just going to leave it. So it's taking like... these streams are like 2 hours long, and so that was that was 1 2-hour thing. This is another 2-hour thing. This is very slow going. But if you watch all of these, you win a prize for sure. If you watch all of these from start to finish, we have to arrange some kind of trophy. I will be editing all these videos. Once this is finished, I will be editing all these videos into one feature, so you don't have to sit through. Let's think. I mean, if we're averaging, let's say we're averaging 2 hours, but not really. It's probably more like averaging an hour and a half so far, but let's say if we're aiming for around 2 hours each video. This is the 4th one, so that's already 8 hours. It's not really, but let's call this 10, 11. Let's call that 11, 12. Shoggoth, who knows? We could be looking at like a 20 hours here. If you sit through all 20 hours, tell me. And I don't know, but we will arrange something. I was thinking about making some videos for people to sleep to as well. I mean, not that you can't sleep to this, I suppose, but it's not like I'm telling a soothing story and I have a soothing voice. But I want to make some sort of ambient music and visuals. So maybe like for meditation or for sleeping. Some real like long form stuff. You know, 10 hours or, well, I don't know, probably not 10 hours, maybe 2 hours or something. What's a good length of time to fall asleep to something? Because I struggle to sleep. I said last time, didn't I? I usually sleep to a Voldemort or a Luton Warhammer lore video. Sometimes I sleep to the same one multiple times. And I'll start it a little bit later each time in the video. But there has been times when I've been awake for a whole video. And, you know, they're like an hour and a half long. It can be a real struggle getting to sleep. And I don't even do like caffeine or anything. Actually, I mean, occasionally, more recently, I've been having Diet Coke, but I actually think it makes me tired. I think I might be one of those weirdos that... Why did I do that? Weirdos that where caffeine makes them sleepy. Because I always seem to get sleepy. But I don't drink coffee or anything. Nothing like that. No tea. Which, if you're not English, or if you are English, everyone might be shocked by that. I feel like so many people drink tea. And obviously everyone thinks English people drink lots of tea. And they probably do, just I don't. Can't all be drinking tea all the time. I do remember my mum always drinking tea. Talking about tea. I'm gonna have tea. And then like her and her parents and her brother as well. They go for coffee, or they're like do you want a cup of tea? I mean, even now I get offered tea if I go places. It's just a thing, I suppose, people offer you. But I've been saying for so much of my life, no thank you, I don't drink tea or coffee. You sure? Yep. I do like that coffee got nerdy though. I don't think I've ever had a coffee. I think I had a tea when I was a kid. Didn't like it. Just don't really see the appeal of hot drinks. I mean, I obviously love hot chocolate. Who doesn't? But not like 7 times a day. Just drink water, man. Is caffeine like really addictive? Definitely have known friends with energy drink problems. No. Yeah, it's just happy cup. Right? Don't do that. I can feel my brain starting to slow down a bit too much. We have 15 minutes left, and let's use them. My throat's getting quite sore as well. I did take some painkillers before the stream, but it's just quite dry. which means it's water time. So yes, should we talk about what we're doing here? I'm using the blob brush. I prefer the blob brush because, as you can see, these are connected now. They just exist together now. Whereas if you use the normal brush tool, you get more control afterwards. But it's also kind of annoying, and you still have to expand it anyway to make anything work. There you go. Thank you. Is this like just really fat little tentacle there? No, not really. But that is crap. Pardon me. I mean, they don't look connected at all, do they? I think I need to move this a bit. Through here, and you've got to find your way up there. What's everyone got coming up in the week? I've got third rehearsal with my new band. Working on 2 new songs. That will be separate from the first track we wrote, which is sort of 90% done. I want to get those other these 2 new ones, I want to get them to the same level of doneness. I haven't even heard one of them yet. They wrote that whilst I wasn't there. And they were sorting out a pedal board for quicker changes. A quick change pedal board. We actually all live in different towns, but they're all very close towns. Only one of us drives. Poor bastard. I will absolutely be paying him back as soon as I get my license. I live in the middle of nowhere at the moment, so I've had to rely on lifts from a lot of people quite regularly. So a lot of people have got lifts coming back to them. Got a lot of lifts to pay forward. A lot of lifts. Right. Oh man, there's so much to do still. Something just popped up on my screen. I don't know what that was. I'm feeling tired. Tired, but happy to be doing something different. Happy to be doing something that is weird for me. Both the drawing, because I haven't used Illustrator and the pen tool in this way before. This is new to me. Speaking whilst doing it is new to me. The whole process of live streaming is new to me. Setting up all the hardware and software. And talking. You know, not just talking while I'm doing something, but talking to you. Hope I'm not doing too badly. And if it is quite bad, then I hope it improves. Seems weird to just hope something's going to improve, doesn't it? What I really mean is, if it's really bad and someone lets me know how I can improve it, then I will take that information and try to use it as best as I can. I think probably stopping mid-sentence would be a good... Not stopping. Stopping mid-sentence would be a good idea. I used to record a drunken podcast with my friend many years ago. But it was like it was based around drinking, and that was a lot easier because there's someone to talk to, and you're drunk. I don't know how coherent they were. I don't know if I watched any of them back. They're on the internet though. You can find them. I probably cringe hard at them if I watch them. So I don't think that's necessary. It was, we didn't do it for like, oh, we're going to do a podcast. We sort of just wanted to hang out. We're like, oh yeah, let's hang out and talk crap. But like, oh, it was really fun. It was really fun. It's probably the thing that I was most bummed about quitting drinking. I was like, oh, I won't be able to do my drunk podcast anymore. I think I will. I think that has just given me the motivation to have someone else on stream at some point soon. Give me the motivation to organise that, because it's really nice having someone else, you know, like on the stream or on the video, someone to talk to, like bounce ideas off of, or like have a back and forth conversation with. Like even chat is, it's like a different dynamic completely, isn't it? Okay, last line. Last line of the evening, my friends. Yeah, I hope you all have a great week. And I'll see you again. I'm here every Sunday. Time shifts a little bit. General idea is 2 till 4, but today I couldn't get back until sort of 3:30, and then I had the other bits to do. So I just decided to schedule it for 6 to give myself that extra bit of wiggle room in case anything went wrong. Yeah. Here every Sunday. No, I didn't save it for ages. It's okay. Yeah, new feature on Wednesday. Here every Sunday. If you want to join me, say hello. If not, doesn't matter. Hope you have a lovely week and lovely day or evening, depending on when you're watching this. Drink water, stay healthy, be happy. Farewell.